Boys, today we are back and I'm going to be going over my UFC Vegas 113 predictions, UFC Fight Night, Bautista versus Oliveira. I'm going to be going over every single fight, predicting who I think's going to win, predicting, are they going to win by finish, decision, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get straight into it with Claudia Saigula versus Priscilla Cash. I just want to say this is in the Apex. We're back to the Apex slop. We had two good events, and the UFC just wants to shit on us. So we are back at the Apex because they don't give a fuck about their fans. So I just want to get that out of the way. We are back at the Apex for this event. I know everyone was hyped for this. We were looking forward to this, more than UFC 324 and 5. So we're back at the Apex. But anyway. Claudia Saigula versus Priscilla Cachoeira. I am going Claudia Saigula by decision. This is a disgusting fight. This is a shit fight. This is a nothing fight. Priscilla Cachoeira, she lost by finish. Like almost all of her losses have been by finish. Not almost all of them, but she has 5 out of her 7 losses by finish. So if you're getting finished by women, and especially by KO, she got sparked out cold by Jocelyn Edwards in her last fight. So if you're getting actually sparked out in the first round as a girl, you're cooked. So that's the reason. That's the only reason I'm going with Claudia Saigula. Because Priscilla Cachoeira can't take a punch from a woman. So I'm sorry. No disrespect there. I'm just genuinely being real. Anyway, moving on. Muin Gafurov versus Jacob Wicklacz. I am going to go. This is actually a tough one because Jacob Wicklacz went fucking life and death with Patchy Mix, who's now cut from the UFC, but Patchy Mix is absolutely dog shit. One of the worst UFC fighters of all time. For his amount, amount of fights he had. He only had 2 fights, but he was genuinely one of the worst fighters of all time in those 2 fights. Patchy Mix was. So Jacob Wicklacz went life and death with him. That was his debut. Muin Gafurov, this guy, he's not good. He'll never be anything in the sport. He's quite shit, but. Will he beat Jacob Wicklacz? I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say he will beat Jacob Wicklacz by decision. I don't see a finish in this fight. He has some decent wins. Only win that he has that is actually decent. He doesn't actually have a few decent wins. He has one decent win against Rinya Nakamura, who was, a rising prospect until, we found out he's shit too. But Muin Gafurov, don't have much to say. This is another boring, nothing fight. Neither of these guys are entertaining. Neither of these guys, bring any, value to the sport. But Muin Gafurov by decision. If you're going life and death with Patchy Mix, I'm sorry, I just can't pick you. I mean, you might turn out to be good, but I'm sorry, just based off that alone, I can't pick you. So yeah, moving on. Give me Gafurov by decision. Moving on. An actually decent, an interesting women's fight, Wang Kong versus Eduarda Mora. Now, I think I'm going to go with the upset here. I don't know the betting odds, but I'm guessing Wang Kong is a favorite because I'm just guessing she is because she's more known, and that's when it comes down to in women's MMA sometimes. But I'm actually going Eduarda Mora over Wang Kong. Wang Kong, her only loss, she did get head kick, not KO'd from the head kick. She got dropped by the head kick and then finished on the ground. She did look like an amateur on the ground. I think that was because she was dazed from the head kick, but Eduarda Mora is great on the ground. She has decent wins. Her most recent win was Lauren Murphy, who's better than any of Wang Kong's opponents. So even though Lauren Murphy's terrible, but I mean, it's still better than anyone Wang Kong's fought. So I'm going to go with I think she's an underdog, the little sneaky underdog here with Eduarda Mora. I think she will submit Wang Kong in the 3rd round after maybe a little bit of a boring fight. I think Eduarda Mora can get the takedowns, can get the control time, but if it stays on the feet, Wang Kong is going to piece her up. Let's just make that clear. But I don't think Wang Kong's grappling is good enough to compete with Eduarda Mora. But if she does fend off the takedowns, I can see Wang Kong winning a 30-27 or a 29-28 decision. But official prediction, I'm going to go Eduarda Mora by 3rd round submission, and a little bit of an upset there. I'm surprised why Wang Kong took this fight because, wouldn't you just want to face a striker? Because I don't know. Anyway, investigate whoever Wang Kong's manager is. All right, moving on. The worst Basharat brother, the shitty Basharat brother, Javid Basharat versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. I'm going to go Saeed Nurmagomedov. Javid Basharat has lost 2 times in a row and then had a no contest, so he hasn't won a fight in 3 fights. To be fair, he did fight Ayman Zahabi and Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone actually shut his lights off. A bad KO his last time out. That was in Seattle. So almost a year off for Javid Bashrat. Who did fight Zahabi and Simone. So those are decent losses to have. But at this point in your career, if you were an upcoming prospect, you probably should be beating Ricky Simone, like other people have beat Ricky Simone, including Vinicius Oliveira. So I think he's beating Ricky Simone. Or am I tripping? I'm not sure, but at this point, if you're not beating Ricky Simone in 2026, you're probably not going to be anything. And Said Nurmagomedov, he's had a few losses too. Lost to a 135-pound Bryce Mitchell after moving down. That's a bad look. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. That's a bad look. Bryce Mitchell is not as good as everyone thinks he is. People just like him because of, that fan base. But anyway, I'm going to go Said, and I'm going to go by decision. I could see a lot of decisions on this card. I'm not going to lie. These first few fights, I'm not seeing a lot of finishes. I'm seeing a lot of decisions. I just picked Eduardo Mora to win by finish, but I could see that going to decision as well if she just sits on her in like half guard or something. But I'm going to go Said. Decision, just doing enough on the feet to beat Javid Bashrat. Getting takedowns if he wants, but he doesn't really shoot for that many takedowns. He does have a nasty guillotine, so maybe if Javid gets close, he can, grab him and try guillotine. But I'm going to go 29-28 decision, kind of shitty, keep it on the feet, and just like a nothing fight. Like both of these guys are shit too. Like the Apex slop is back. Well, to be fair, some of the fights on the main card are decent, but these prelims are awful. But give me Said Nurmagomedov 29-28 over Javid Bashrat, and Bashrat with 3 losses in a row and 4 fights without a win. So hopefully he's getting cut soon because he's fucking horrible to watch. Moving on. Oh my god, another women's fight? Fuck. Bruna Brazil versus Ketlin Souza. Give me Bruna Brazil. Bruna Brazil looks good sometimes. Like she beat up Molly McCann bad, even though Molly McCann's not good, but it's like she did piece up Molly McCann pretty good. Beat Shi Ming. Everyone loves Shi Ming. The head kick, the doctor. She looks so like sad in the corner after she did it. But Bruna Brazil did beat Wang Kong like pretty decisively on the road to UFC back in August. So I'm gonna go Bruna Brazil. Ketlin Souza. She's lost a few fights in a row. I don't even know to who, but she's lost a few fights in a row. She did beat Yasmin Haurgi, which is a decent win, even though Haurgi's like up and down. But, we thought she was a good prospect at one time. But yeah, this is another nothing. Like, oh my God, bro. Dana White. Genuinely, what do we do to deserve this, bro? This card is fucking dog shit. This is insane. This card is worse than the London card. I see a lot of people shitting on the London card, but this card is fucking awful. Plus, it's in the Apex. Although they did just like put in like new seats for the Apex, like 100 more seats or something. I don't know. This fight, I don't know. Bruna Brazil, 30-27, 29-28. I don't know. Fucking hell, man. Jesus Christ. This fight, Nikolai Veretennikov, Nico Price in 2026. Please tell me this isn't on the main card, is it? I don't think it is, but... Anyway, Nico Price versus Nikolai Veretennikov. I almost just said Nico Price. Give me Nikolai Veretennikov. Actually, I could see a finish in this fight. Give me Nikolai Veretennikov's second round TKO over Nico Price. Nico Price has no chin. What was his last fight? His last fight was really bad. It was really bad. He was getting pieced up the entire time, fucking staggering around the ring. I forget who he fought. I forget who Nico Price. Let me try to remember who Nico Price fought. I remember Nikolai Veretennikov. He just fought Punahele Soriano. Kept it close. Punahele did win a decision. And Veretennikov did look decent in that fight, so that's why I'm going with Veretennikov. Who did Nico Price just fight? He looked terrible against. I'm pretty sure he got finished. It was like a prospect. Jacoby Smith. Nico Price just fought Jacoby Smith, was getting pieced up the entire time. It was a pretty fun fight because Nico Price does have a decent... He is chinny, but his chin is like... His chin is like... It's bad, but it's also good at the same time. Like, he can take a lot of... He needs a ton of shots. He needs, like, volume to, like, actually get him out of there. Jacoby Smith, he did lose by submission. If I remember correctly, Nico Price was tagging up Jacoby Smith, too, in that fight, but Jacoby got the takedown and then ended up submitting him. So he didn't look that bad, but, at the same time, he was staggering around the ring and getting pieced up by prospects. So I'm going to go Veretennikov's second round KO, like a volume TKO, maybe up against the fence, or he just puts out Nico Price with one big shot. I don't really know. These fights are terrible. Give me Veretennikov's second round TKO. All right. We're here. Alex Morono, Danil Donchenko. This is the featured prelim, guys. Alex Morono in 2026 coming off like 5 losses. Danil Donchenko, one fight in the UFC. Give me Danil Donchenko by... I don't even know. It's fucking... Second round TKO. Fuck it. We'll say that again. Second round TKO. I remember he just got a KO in his first fight. I think he was on Tough. Yeah, he was a tough fighter. I don't know. Alex Morono's lost like fucking 4 of his last 5. He's terrible. He was on a little decent streak, but he's got no chin now. Give me Danil Donchenko second round TKO to test his chin. He's a younger guy. He has decent power. Excuse me. And yeah, second round TKO. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's get on to this main card. This main card's actually a little decent. All right. I'm not gonna shit on the main card too hard. Dustin Jacoby versus Julius Walker. Now, Julius Walker kept it close with Alonzo Menifield. Lost that by split, even though Menifield's like borderline shit. Sometimes he looks good, sometimes he looks shit. And then Julius Walker just won his last fight. I forget who, but it doesn't really matter because I am going with Dustin Jacoby. I'm going to go Dustin Jacoby decision, 30-27. I'm going to go Dustin Jacoby decision, 30-27. I like that. I think this is going to be a real beatdown. He doesn't get the finish, but he does put hands on Julius Walker for 3 straight rounds. Jacoby's coming off 2 back-to-back knockout wins after some wins and losses, like a back and forth record. He does have 2 straight KO wins, so I think Jacoby, is on a little bit of a heater right now. Julius Walker, not the best opponent, is a little chinny, so I got Jacoby by putting the pressure on, 30-27. It's like a bad beatdown. He's got a few knockdowns. Some people are saying, maybe stop the fight early, but that's my prediction. Dustin Jacoby, 30-27, 3 straight wins. Get him up near the top 15 again. Not a top 15 opponent, but like a top 20, top 30 opponent. Don't give him another fucking Julius Walker type. So, yeah, give me Dustin Jacoby in that one. Moving on. This fight's going to be boring, but it is like 2 like higher ranked guys. This is the better Basharat, Farid Basharat, not the shitty Basharat. Even though this guy is like so hard to watch. Farid Basharat's one of the most... Oh, I should have added him my least favorite fighters. He's too niche though, but he's genuinely like a fucking horrible to watch. He's so boring. Going up against Gene Matsumoto. I am going to go Gene Matsumoto 29-28 decision. So many decisions, but it's just shitty fighters. So Gene Matsumoto, not going to go too much in depth with this. He had a close fight with Rob Font, and that says something to me. Even though Rob Font fell off, having a close fight with a top 10 guy is kind of impressive. So, and I think he bounced back with a win, if I can remember correctly. I'm not too sure. Who really cares? Because actually, Gene Matsumoto might be a decent guy, like bottom of the rankings guy. But Farid Basharat's never going to be anything in this sport. Gene Matsumoto probably will only be a fringe top 15 guy. So who really cares about this fight? But I'm going to go Gene Matsumoto 29-28 to give Farid Basharat his first loss. I think Matsumoto's higher level than Farid. I think he'll show him levels. Farid he's a decent striker, but he also likes to shoot takedowns. I think Gene Matsumoto can use his jiu-jitsu and use his anti-grappling against Farid Basharat and win a 29-28 decision. Moving on, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk's going to finish him in the first round. This is finally a finish. We're finally going to see a finish here, boys, and if this goes to the decision, I'll be surprised, but give me Mikhail Oleksiejczuk by first round TKO. Marc-Andre Barriault doesn't have the chin to keep up with Oleksiejczuk. Oleksiejczuk went to the Fighting Nerds. He's looked different in his last 2 fights ever since joining the Fighting Nerds. He's looked like a fucking beast. So I've got him finishing Marc-Andre Barriault in the first round. Marc-Andre can't take punches anymore. Although he did go to a decision with Shara. Or did Shara finish him? No, Marc-Andre Barriault busted the nose to Shara Magomedov in the last fight. I forgot about that. But I'm going to go Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, first round TKO. I don't think Marc-Andre's got the chin, but he did bust Shara's nose, so that's a little impressive. But give me first round submission and maybe a fringe top 15, top 20 guy for Mikhail Oleksiejczuk next after he beats Marc-Andre Barriault. That'll be 3 in a row, and him with the Fighting Nerds looks dangerous. So moving on, Jailton Almeida stepping in on short notice to fight Rizvan Kuniev. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. Give me Jailton Almeida, all right? I almost went Rizvan Kuniev, but Rizvan Kuniev is going to be, way bigger than him, like size-wise. Not height-wise, but like mass-wise. But I think Jailton Almeida is going to come out, after that last fight. I'm hoping he proves us wrong. I'm hoping he puts on a decent fight. And I can see him getting a finish over Rizvan Kuniev, who has no neck. So, I might be dumb as fuck here, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jailton Almeida second round submission. Rizvan Kuniev's not that good. Curtis Blades, I don't remember in their fight if Curtis Blades was shooting a lot of takedowns or not. I can't really remember because that fight was so bad. Actually, fuck it. What do I do here? Honestly, give me Jailton Almeida by decision. All right, fuck it. He's gonna be. Fighters don't change. All right, fighters always stay the fucking same. We want them to be better, but they don't fucking improve. So give me Jailton Almeida by boring 29-28 decision. Maybe a split decision in there if Kuniev can make it, somewhat, interesting. But if I remember, his fight with Blades was pretty shit. So I don't think this guy's gonna be anything. He has a lot of PED, like past PED usage. So I think that's why he looked good on the regional scene. When he got to the UFC, he looks shit. So give me Jailton Almeida, boring 30-27, 29-28, possibly. Why did I just say 30-27? It's late as fuck, so that's why. But give me Jailton Almeida by 29-28, maybe split decision, another bore fest, another just grappling. In his media day today, he said he's going to, show some aggression, but I highly doubt that. So give me 29-28, give me a split decision, Jailton Almeida. Moving on. Co-main event. Ranked guys. Thank the Lord, ranked guys. Ranked guys in a co-main event in 2026 at the Apex. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. We forgive you, Dana, for giving us this slot because we got two, ranked guys. I'm kidding, by the way. Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. Give me Kyoji Horiguchi. He looks so fucking good in his last fight. Who did he fight? It was a Dagestani. Tagiru Ulanbekov. He beat fucking Tagiru Ulanbekov's ass bad. And he's done good in Ryzen. He was a former UFC fighter, so I think Kyoji Horiguchi is going to win 30-27 over Amir Albazi. I don't see a finish, although Kyoji is aggressive and he's like a fucking dog out there. So, and Albazi's been out for a while. His last fight was Brandon Moreno back in 2023, I'm pretty sure. So that was a fucking while ago. Albazi's not high level. He only got into the top 10 by fluking Kai Kara France, and getting handed a decision. So give me Kyoji Horiguchi 30-27, possibly a late rounds TKO if he puts the pressure on. But yeah, I like this fight for Kyoji, and if he wins, top five guy next. A Roy Val I could see, maybe a Tyra, maybe a Cop if Pantoja comes back. So if Kyoji wins, that'll set him up really good in the division. If Amir Albazi wins, hey, we got to give the guy props. If he wins, it's going to be a 30-27 decision boring fest. But I think Kyoji can make this fun. I think he can, mix it up and possibly get a finish. But if Amir Albazi wins, hey, he proved us wrong, all right? Moving on, main event. Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. I'm going to say it here, and I'm also going to make a video about this tomorrow. Vinicius Oliveira is fucking overrated. He's dog shit, and he is terrible at fighting, all right? Go watch that fight with Kyler Phillips. He looked fucking awful. He's dog shit. He throws punches from his waist, literally like this. The guy's terrible. Please go rewatch that Kyler Phillips fight. He will never be anything in this sport. Mario Bautista is about to show this guy so many fucking levels. I have this. Give me a Mario Bautista third round finish. I think he schools on Vinicius Oliveira in the first 2 rounds and then gets him out of there. Vinicius Oliveira has also terrible defense. The guy's how is he in a main event? He's got only 4 fights in the UFC. He's only hyped because he, flying kneed that guy in his first fight, something Sopage. So that's the only reason Vinicius Oliveira has any hype. He's genuinely a dog shit fighter. If Vinicius Oliveira wins, I swear to God, I'll delete my whole channel. There's genuinely no way he wins. Mario Bautista is actually a decent fighter. Contrary to popular belief, the guy is skilled. I know we hate him because he held Jose Aldo up against the fence, but in that fight with Umar, he made it close. Kneed Umar in the face, dropped him, almost got a finish. So even though Umar recovered well, he didn't almost get a finish, but you know what I mean. He flash knocked out Umar Nurmagomedov, all right? So he's going to show levels. I think he can get it done on the ground. I think he can piece him up on the field. I genuinely think this fight will not be close. If it goes to a decision, it will be a 50-45, but I do think Mario will get a finish, surprisingly. That's a little bit of a hot take, but give me Mario by third round TKO. This guy, Vinicius Oliveira, I'm telling you, bro, he's fucking awful. He's dog shit. There's no way he wins this fight, especially a seasoned guy a seasoned guy like Mario. Vinicius Oliveira is fucking dog shit. He's genuinely terrible. Nothing against the guy. He's just really shit at fighting. So give me Mario by third round TKO. And that's the card. This card's actually dog shit. It's pretty bad. The top 3 fights are decent, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your predictions down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.